All right, let's dive into something really cool today. We're going to look at a lesson plan that tackles a huge challenge in education, learning to speak a new language, by mixing old school acting with some very new school AI. And spoiler alert, it works incredibly well.
So it all starts with this kind of paradox, right? How in the world do you teach someone to speak when the very act of speaking out loud is what terrifies them? Well, this lesson has a brilliant answer, and it starts not with talking, but with total silence. I mean, we've all been there, haven't we? You know that feeling, that knot in your stomach, the fear that you're going to sound foolish or just get it wrong. That anxiety can literally shut you down. Before you even get to grammar, you have to get past that mental block. Okay, so the first part of the solution is all about breaking that silence, but not with speaking. It's about breaking it with action. It's a game specifically designed to get every single student in the room involved in communicating before the pressure of a real conversation even starts. It's called the Silent Situations game, and honestly, the concept is brilliant in its simplicity. One student gets up and acts out a little scene, and the rest of the class has to guess what's going on. The goal isn't a perfect performance, it's just about participation. It's about getting everyone engaged. And the structure here is absolutely key to making it feel safe. The teacher explains the rules, does a quick demo so everyone gets it, and then the students take turns in these short, fun, low-pressure rounds. It's all step-by-step, designed to slowly build up their comfort level. And here's the really clever part. The students aren't just thrown in and expected to come up with perfect sentences from scratch. Nope, the teacher gives them these simple sentence starters. They're given the tools they need to jump in and participate right away with confidence. But it's not just how they play the game that matters, it's what they're acting out. This whole physical approach connects language to real life in a way that just reading from a textbook, well, it just can't.
And just look at these scenarios. We're not talking about abstract stuff here. This is everyday life. Missing a bus, trying to bargain at a shop, slipping on a wet floor. They're relatable, they're often kind of funny, and they're instantly understandable. It makes the whole acting and guessing thing feel totally natural.
So this is the magic of this first step. The students are communicating, they're using English to guess, but their focus is just on the fun of the game. This is how you build that rock-solid foundation of confidence before you ever put a shy student on the spot.
Okay, so everyone's feeling good. They've built up some confidence through this silent acting game, they're more comfortable, so what's next? Well, now it's time to bring in the words, but again, in a really supportive, low-stress way.
And this is where things get really interesting, where modern tech steps into the classroom. AI is brought in, but not as a replacement for the teacher. Think of it more like a helpful co-writer, a tool that helps students structure their thoughts without any fear. And the writing task itself is super practical. They're not just writing some random story. They're given a prompt to write an email about their career goals. This teaches them how to use AI for a specific, genuinely useful purpose.
The process couldn't be simpler. The AI does the heavy lifting, you know? It generates the template, the skeleton of the email. Then the student's job is just to come in and make it their own, to fill in the blanks with their goals, their ideas. The AI provides the structure. The student provides the heart.
So we've acted without words. We've written with some help. Now it's time for the final stage, the big one, speaking. But you guessed it, they're not just going to be thrown into the deep end.
This is it. This is the moment the entire lesson has been building towards. Because of the confidence they gain from acting and the structure they learn from writing with the AI, the students are actually ready. They're ready to use their voice and have a conversation.
And again, look how simple and low pressure this is. The student is totally in charge. They tell the AI, hey, ask me about my hobby, or my family, or a festival I like. They get to choose topics they know and are comfortable with, which makes the whole thing feel so much more manageable. And this is really why an AI can be such a game-changing practice partner. Think about it. There is zero judgment. It's available anytime, day or night. It will never get tired or impatient with you. You can practice the same sentence 100 times if you want. It's the ultimate safe space to make mistakes and learn.
But the lesson doesn't just stop there. It wraps up with reflection. The students are asked to think about what they actually learned from the AI. This last step is so important for making the new skills stick and for helping them see just how far they've come. So when you zoom out and look at this whole thing, what you're really seeing is a powerful new model for teaching. You could call it the blended classroom.
And let's be crystal clear about something. This has never been about replacing teachers. The teacher is absolutely essential for setting up the game, for offering encouragement, for guiding that final reflection. The AI is just another powerful tool in their toolbox. It's a perfect blend of human connection and personal tech.
So you can see this beautiful, logical journey the student goes on. They start with action, building confidence without saying a word. Then they move to writing, getting comfortable with sentences using the AI as a support. And finally, they're ready to speak, practicing in a totally safe, judgment-free zone.
And all of this leaves us with a really fascinating question to chew on. When it comes to that specific task of just practicing over and over without any fear of judgment, is it possible that the most patient teacher isn't a person at all, but a machine? It really makes you think about where learning is headed.